Hi everyone! So this is our first video planning the things that we have to do, the side hustles that we want to do to achieve this 10k.
So for this video, basically we are gonna plan what are the things we can do. So to find the things we can do, we will be following a simple, strategy, which is what are the things we did back then in our life so far, and we got paid for those things. Could be tuition, could be any simple things. So those are the things we are somehow in some level good at. That's why people paid, even though it's a little amount of money. So based on this basis, we are gonna find the things we can do for me and for Aisha, for both of us.
Yes, so the way that we will make it work is we will just write down and list down everything here one by one, and then first I will write my stuff and write however many things I want, and San will also write his things, and then based on that we'll decide which one will we try first. Maybe we'll not try some things, maybe we will try all of them, we don't know yet, we'll decide later on. But yeah, we'll just list down first everything that we're thinking of that we have done in the past that made us some money.
Yeah, so let's get into that and let's try to find out the things we can do.
Yes. Okay, I already have like one thing.
I think for now, what I remember, this is all so far.
Okay, so we're done writing down our list, and we also did a location change because of like some technical issues, some audio issues. So let's go one by one, we'll go alternately. So the first one is what I did back then. I think starting from 2018 was selling printed items on Carousel. This one I didn't expect that it would actually like work, but over time there were so many customers that were interested to buy the printed items from me. So that is a good way, and you don't even have to get out of your house. You just pick something from inside your house. So I think it's such a good way. Yeah.
Okay, for me the first thing in the list is social media marketing. So back then in I think 2019-20, I used to help small business owners who used to run their online businesses on Facebook to advertise their product and to run the social media campaigns, and I used to charge them. Yeah, so the first thing, I made some money, which is doing social media marketing for small businesses, online businesses.
Okay, my second thing is my mom used to like cook or to bake some things, could be anything, could be desserts. I would sell them. I think this one is pretty straightforward. It's really easy. People like food, especially in Malaysia. People like food. So this is a quick way to make some money, I think. Yeah.
Okay. For me, the second thing is logo designing, which is related to graphics design. So I think back then I was so interested to learn graphics design, but I couldn't learn that much. And when I got a little bit of experiences, I started doing logo designing, and I did specifically one job on Fiverr. So yeah, I found it very hard, Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop, so I couldn't continue. But I did one logo designing back then on Fiverr, and I made I think around $5 over there. So that's one thing I did.
Okay, so my third one is I just like sold random trendy stuff. So back then when I was in like primary school, also secondary school, but this is mainly in primary school, it would just like random things would go viral, and I would just pick those things and then I would sell them. Definitely people will just hop on the trend and people will want to buy it. So they're so excited to buy the trendy things. So this also one thing is like you capitalize off of the trendy things that are happening, especially now on TikTok.
Bro, were you selling the things to your classmates and friends, or random people? Like
no,
the trendy?
to classmates.
Oh, that's good.
It's like the trendy things that was trendy amongst
the
my
market
age group.
where to sell.
Yeah. I'll just bring them to school and get myself excited.
Yeah. Okay, for me, the third thing is I used to work as an agent for domestic and international flight tickets. So basically, the people who don't have the digital literacy or don't have the access to internet, so they cannot buy the flight tickets by themselves. So I used to help them to book the tickets and buy the flight tickets for them, and then I used to get percentage from each tickets.
That's a good. It's like commission based.
It was good, and I think I did this for so long. I mean, more than 2-3 years, so it was good.
Okay, it's a good business model. Okay, so for my fourth thing, I have this dropshipping, and I was a small business owner. I think this one was also I learned a lot from it, but now I think it's definitely an outdated business model. But still, I learned a lot from it. Yeah.
For me, my fourth point is pretty straightforward, which is tuition. I think I started this after getting into so I used to teach someone programming language, basically Python, and data analysis with Python.
Yeah, my fifth one is Sapu. So for those who don't know what Sapu is, it's basically just like e-hailing, but for like close community, for the people in UM, and also could be also in VITM, also they call it Sapu. So yeah, just e-hailing but for close community for UM students. I did this and I think it was definitely quick money.
Yeah, I also have that in my list. I also did that. It's a good side hustle, I guess. For my fifth one, this is referral. So I referred one of my friend to something, and I made around 1,000 from there. So I feel like I can convince people, and I can influence people to do something I feel like is good for them. Yeah. So this is referral for me.
It's a lot of money for just referring.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I also did food delivery, and in UM we call it on the way basically. And this one is definitely also quick money, but I think it's way more hassle than Sapu, and I'll prefer Sapu more.
True. I also did on the way. Sometimes so much hectic because you have to pay on behalf of someone ordering the food, and then you have to wait for them to pay you back.
Yes.
But for Sapu, it's straightforward. You pick up someone and then drop them, and then you get the money. I also have that on my list. For my sixth point, which is web application designing, last year I worked for someone where I developed a web application for a tuition center, and I made a good amount of money from there. And I think this is kind of easy and straightforward for me because this is related to computer science, my major. So it's gonna be easier for me to do something related to web application designing, website designing, or app designing, or something like this.
Yeah, and then I have my last item, which is being a vendor and entrepreneurship event. So this was, I think, secondary school. It's definitely a core memory, and it's very straightforward. There's definitely a lot of events happening in like your uni or your college. So this is a good way to make money.
Okay, my seventh point is basically it was Sapu thingy in UM, but I have something connected with that, which is car rental. So I used to rent my car to the UM students who have license but who doesn't have car, and it's short time, could be per hour and half day, 1 day, and I got some money from there as well. So it's like car rental to me. And the next point is competition. I joined few competitions back then. I think I started joining from my second year, and I won few, and I feel like it's a pretty good way to make money, just joining a competition and winning the competition, so you get some money as a prize money and then distribute between your team members. And then I also have the point you have, which is selling pre-loved items on Carousel. I sold one sneaker on Carousel, and I want to try this more, like selling other pre-loved items on Carousel, and I feel like this is a good side hustle to do. But I still have one sneaker listed on Carousel. If you guys are interested, I will leave the link in the description. You can check it out. Okay, and the next one is renting out my camera and other camera related gears. So I think I had successful 4 to 5 orders on Carousel where I rented my camera stuff to someone else, and then I think this is also a good side hustle to do. And then the next thing is job on campus in UM. So basically in UM we have a scheme which is like when the university they have some jobs to get done, and it's like could be done in a part-time way, so they prefer to hire students rather than an actual professional for that. So we also get the opportunity to apply our knowledge what we learned from the classroom, so we can apply those in practical life. So in my first year I worked in the information technology department as a job on campus part-timer, and then I also worked in the visa unit. I think after that I also worked in PUMA, which is under your faculty. So in total I did 3 jobs on campus in UM, and I feel like that was a good source of making some money. And you can also do that during your semester, when the semester is ongoing, like your academic journey. You can also do that. It's not like you have to do that during sem break. And the last one, which is internship in the sem break. So last year I also did one summer internship during the semester break, and I feel like doing an internship during sem break is a good experience. It's a very good experience of real work life. How it works, how you have to communicate with your seniors. Just 9 to 5. Complete very strict schedule, something like that.
Yeah.
And that was a good experience for me.
Okay.
I think that's all I have in my list so far.
Okay, so now that we have these 20 things, now we're just sorting out which one we think are the best ones that we can pick and then we can do together.
Yeah.
I'll just put a star, I think.
I think I'm just gonna completely remove it from the list. So what's the final things then we have?
But for me, I have the selling items on carousel, cook or bake some things and then sell, sapu and onion.
Okay. For me, the tuition, and then a web application designing or website designing and computer science related project. Carpooling sapu in UM, car rental thingy on the way, food delivery, then competition, same like selling pull-up items, and then renting out my camera gears on Carousel. Yeah,
That's good.
okay.
Yeah, so for this video, that's what we decided what we want to do. So stay tuned for our next video, because for our next video the concept will be a bit different. We're still planning, but it's from scratch, something new that we haven't done before.
Yeah, like something we haven't tried at all. In the next video we will try to find those things, what we can try, and then we can make some money from there, and we can take them as our side hustle.
Yeah,
That's all for today.
that's all for today.
That's all for today. Bye bye.
Bye bye.